So a very good evening. In the previous class we have learnt about the system software and the types of the system software, and we have also covered the first type of system software, that is known as the operating system. So today in this class we will learn about the another type of system software, that is translator, and the types of the application software. What is application software and what are the types of the application software, and what is the use of the application software in our everyday life. Again I am saying, in this class we will cover or we will learn about the translator, that is a second type of the system software, and what is application software. Then after, what are the types of the application software and what is the basic purpose of the application software in our everyday life. Okay, so we will start from translator. So as we discussed in the previous class, that means I had sent you the link of the previous video. I had said you that there are two types of system softwares are there. I had told you that there are two types of system softwares are there. One is operating system, another one is translator. Okay. In the previous video I had told you that what is operating system and what is the work of the operating system. Today we will go for the translator. Okay. So what do you mean by the translator? First we have to understand that what do you mean by translator? What is translator? First we have to understand. So in general, we will not go to the computer words now, we will not go to the computer translator now. First we will understand what is translator. In general, what do you mean by translator? One who translate one language to our understandable format. Yes or no? When anyone, if I will teach you in Chinese, then I think none of you can understand. But if a man is there who can know both the English and Chinese, then he can translate my words or what I am saying to you, then you will be able to understand what sir is teaching to you every time. If you don't know Hindi, if you don't know English, if you don't know Tamil, Telugu, then if there is anyone who knows both the language, that is our language and to whom we are talking their language also, then we will be able to communicate with each other. Yes or no? So exact the same thing will be done in the computer system. But then how? So first I will tell you, before I am going to teach you the translator, before I will say you about the translator, I will say you first that in the computer universe, mainly there are three languages are there. Again I am repeating, in the computer universe, mainly there are three languages are there. First one is the high level language, second one is the machine level language, third one is the low level language. First one is the high level, second one is the machine level language, and the third one is the low level language. But now a question arises, from these three languages, which language can be understood by the computer system? Which language? The machine level language can only be understood by the computer system. Always remember, the machine level language is only language which can be understood by the computer system. And how this machine level language is written? Only by the 0 and 1. That means by using the binary digits. Again I am saying, just listen, that the only language which can be understood by the computer, that is known as the machine level language. The machine level language is written in the code of the 0 and 1 only. That means there is no such English letter is there. Not a single letter is used, not a single comma, nothing is used rather than 0 and 1. That means everything is written in the 0 and 1 only. That is known as the machine level language. But now another question arises, that is all I have ever doubt. If the computer understand only 0 and 1, that is machine level language, then how the computer can know whenever we are pressing A, B, C, D, we are writing our name, we are writing the sentences, how can it know? Here the work of the translator starts. As I had given you the example that if I am a Chinese and you are an Indian, if I don't know how to speak in Hindi, how to speak in English, and I want to communicate with you, then I have to keep a translator with me, that he will translate my words or my words to you, that what I want to tell. Exactly, in the computer universe, the high level language and low level language are translated into the machine level language. Again I am saying, the high level language and the low level language is translated into the machine level language, that is into the 0 and 1 format. That is into the 0 and 1 format. Okay. So I think there is no doubt is there. What is translator? Again I am saying, the translator is the software, not the software, the translator is the system software which translates the high level language and low level language into the machine understandable format. Into the machine understandable format, that is computer understandable format, that is 0 and 1. That means the machine level language. The language is translated into the machine level language. Machine level language is written in the 0 and 1. Okay. Okay. So here the translators has two types of translators are there in our computer system. Basically there are two types of translators are there. One is known as the compiler, one is known as the interpreter. Okay. The translator has two types in our computer system. One is compiler and another one is interpreter. So there is no basic and a huge difference is there between these two, but a single difference is there. We have to know that single difference only, but others are the same. The two are same, but a single difference is there. Compiler takes a single instruction at a time. That means it will not wait till the user complete the instruction. If I will press the A from the keyboard, then compiler takes the A to the processing device, to the translator, translate it. But the interpreter takes all the instruction at a time. That is the single difference is there. Compiler takes a single instruction at a time and process it, but the interpreter takes a all the instruction at a time and process it. This is the two types of translators which is basically working in our computer system. Okay, I think all of the clear. Again I am saying the summary. System software is divided into the two types. One is operating system, another one is the translator. Today I will teach you about the translator. I will taught you about the translator. Translator is the system software which translates the high level language and low level language to the machine level language. Okay. The machine level language is the only language which can be understood by the computer system. Then the next, translator is of two types. One is compiler, another one is interpreter. What is the difference between these two translators? Compiler takes single instruction at a time and process it. Okay, it will take a single instruction at a time and process it, but the interpreter takes all the instruction at a time and process it. Okay, so it's all about the operating system and the translator. That means it's all over about the system software. Then we will go for the application software that I had told in my previous video, that software has been divided into the two types. One is system, another one is application. So system software part is over. Now we will go for the application software. What do you mean by application software? Before I start about the application software, then what do you mean by application software? The software which is used in our everyday life. The software which is used in our everyday life. That means in a continuous manner the user can access these softwares. In a daily manner the user can access this software in the home, in the office, in every field of work. It can be accessed. It is known as the application software. Again I am saying, the software which is used in our everyday life is known as application software. Okay. The application software has divided into the two types. Again, the system software has divided into the two types. The same, the application software has divided into the two types. Okay. The first one is the daily basic software or daily purpose software. The second one is the customized software. Okay. One is the daily need software or daily purpose software. The second one is the customized software. So what do you mean by the first one? We will go first. What do you mean by the daily purpose software or daily need software? MS PowerPoint, MS Excel, MS Word, everything we are using. Everything we are using. Okay. These are known as the application software's first part. That means what? MS PowerPoint, MS Excel, MS Word. These are the examples of the application softwares only. We can take it as an example of application software, but it will be categorized in the first type of the application software, that is known as the daily need software. That means we will use it in our everyday life in each and every type. There is no categorization or specification is there. The main part is, in this software there is no specification is there. We can use it anytime, anywhere, in any field we can use it. Okay. So what do you mean by the customized software? Now we will go for the second part of the application software, that is known as the customized software. Okay. What do you mean by customized software? I will give you the example, then you will know that what is customized software. I will go to the train station, railway station. I want to buy a aeroplane ticket from the railway station. Can it possible? I think no. Can I buy a aeroplane ticket from the railway station? I think it is not possible at all. So the railway station has a different software than the airline ticket. I cannot buy the airline tickets from the railway station. I cannot book the hotel by standing in the railway station. So these are the different fields. Yes or no? As we are developing your report cards, you are giving the NTSC, you are giving an online exam, you are going for the SOF, they are producing the report cards. In the class we are taking the test, can we give the report card like that? The SOF is giving the report card, the same report card can we give? No. It is basically it is purposed for a specific work. That means if we will standing in the railway station, then we can buy the railway ticket by this software. There is a computer also. There is a installation of software is there also. We can buy a ticket. They are putting the destination journey and they are giving us the ticket. Yes or no? But we cannot buy the hotel ticket from there. We cannot order the food from online from Zomato is there. Yes or no? That means that is basically designed, the software is basically designed or developed for the railway tickets only. Again I am saying, the software basically designed for the railway tickets only. Only for booking the railway tickets, the software was installed or the software was developed. That is known as the customized software. That means the software which is used in a specific purpose, in a specific work, the software is used is known as the customized software. Okay, it's all over. In these two videos that are complete, your first chapter is there. Your first chapter was completed. Okay, I will give you the notes in the next class. I will provide you the notes. Okay, you will go through the notes and then after I will take the revision. So go through the video and try to understand. If you cannot understand, whenever you cannot understand, just give me free my personal number, give me a call. Okay, bye.